Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here for episode number 3 of the APX GP My Team Career Mode. Today we are here for the Japanese Grand Prix, and we will jump into selecting our drivers before we start the weekend.
A warm welcome, everybody, from a venue that has seen plenty of sensational laps over the years. Remember, Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But whose will it be today?
Here we are then, starting our first lap of qualifying. We chose to drive as Sonny Hayes for this weekend, so we've alternated it between the two drivers so far. Round 1 with Sonny, round 2 with Pierce, and round 3 again with Sonny Hayes. So we're going to try and see if we can get Hayes potentially to match Pierce with some points here this weekend, but it's going to be very difficult, very technically challenging track this one here, and a lot of downforce required as we get a big kick of oversteer there, showing our lack of downforce that we have on the car. But running through here, and it's a good few set of corners here. Green personal best first sector, coming up towards the hairpin now. This is one of my favourite hairpins on the F1 game. It's so satisfying. Brake super late and open up the car and get out of the corner. Try not to let the rear oversteer and kick out. Brilliantly done there. Deploying a lot of ERS here through the middle of the lap. We have a lot left at the moment, 67% still to use, with the back straight coming up, and we are, yep, you best believe it, we're going to be using all of that ERS down this back straight to propel us towards the final set of corners for the first run in Q1. As it stands, our teammate Pierce is last of the cars that have completed a lap time down in P21. Can we get higher than our teammate here on the first run? Two green first sectors on the run up to the line now. We've got hardly any ERS deployment left. DRS open and to the line. We are P18 on our first run. That is not good. Looking more like Australia with our form than China last time out. But we go out for another run here in Q1, which is something that we haven't done so far this season. Only with one run normally in Q1, but with a second run here is needed to progress to Q2. As you can see in the top right, we are already up by 3.5 tenths. Monstrous start to the lap as we climb up with the delta time, up 4 tenths now, 5 tenths, almost up to 6 tenths gained, and we're only a third of the way through the lap. This is looking much better for us so far, as the clock is winding down for the end of the session as well. 25 seconds to go. We are only increasing our advantage, up now to 7 tenths of a second coming out of the hairpin. This is a much better lap time and should hopefully see us through into Q2 now. Not long to negotiate at the moment, and we still keep climbing. 8 tenths of a second, just trying to maintain that gap and not make any silly mistakes. Still at 8 tenths of a second for the time being. Qualifying is now complete, and we only have the chicane left to get to before we get to the line. We are now up by 8 tenths of a second. Got to get this right and absolutely bang on, and we do. And we're now 9 tenths up, heading up to the line. What is it gonna be at the end of Q1? We are in a fantastic P11. We are through to Q2, guys. So as you can see, guys, we are through to Q2 with Sonny Hayes in P11, but our teammate Pierce is plumb last once again, 4.2 seconds off the pace. That is unforgivable from Pierce, so far behind the field, but let's see what we can get up to here in Q2. Through this opening section of the lap now here for run number 1 in Q2, and we get a little bit out of shape coming through the S's for the first sector, so that is far from optimal. Definitely some time to be picked up there if we can. Just a little bit of understeer that we're suffering from, which is something that has been a trend with this APX GP car so far. They are the two things that we are most hampered by, the oversteer and also the lack of straight line speed. But other than that, we're looking pretty decent for a brand new team, of course. If you didn't watch the last episode, spoiler alert, we did score our first points with Joshua Pearce with a P9 finish at the Chinese Grand Prix. So hopefully we can continue the form here this weekend with Sonny Hayes. Doesn't look like Pearce will be able to replicate that here in Japan. He starts plumb last, so points would be a miracle for him. But here we are, making our way through the middle sector here, and it's looking a little bit better for us here. Good set of corners, very committed and confident as we slingshot ourselves out now towards the back straight and 130R. We get a good run down the straight, burning all of our ERS deployment as quick as we can. Fastest lap there for Oscar Piastri, who goes top here in Q2 as well. But it's currently Antonelli who's in the drop zone as the big shock currently. Can we displace Antonelli? Here we are on the run up to the line to end the first lap in Q2, and we slot in P13 just ahead of Kimi Antonelli. Here we are then for the last run of Q2, and we are marginally down on this first straight. As you can see, actually, the star of qualifying so far has to be Bortoletto, currently in P12, all the way through here in Q2 in a Sauber. So that is a fantastic result for him, regardless of where he finishes. As you can see, we are currently up. No mistakes here in the S's this time around, and we find ourselves a full half a second up already in the lap, and we're not even at the end of sector 1. So this is a brilliant start. 7 tenths up, 8 tenths up at the end of the first sector. That is mighty, and we are putting ourselves in a great position to potentially get Q3 here if we can hold on to this margin. As we enter and exit the hairpin, we are practically 1 second up on our previous time here in Q2, and it is staying above a second for the moment. Surely this is going to put us in and around the Q3 spots. We are looking very optimistic here with only a few corners left. 1.1 up at the moment using the rest of our ERS that we have, and qualifying is now complete. So this is it. This is all we have. 1.1 up on our previous time. We need to beat Sainz, Bortoletto and a few others to reach the dream of Q3 again for Sonny Hayes. Of course, he scored that brilliant Q3 last time out, but here we are up to the line, and where are we placing? Are we in Q3? No, we're just outside in P11. A fantastic result nevertheless. An amazing start, only 1 place behind the points to start. And look at that, Hulkenberg actually in the Sauber, P8. Fantastic from him in the Sauber as well. Also, hats off to Ollie Behrman in P10 in the Haas as well. Some real stars of qualifying here today. I would say we are one of them as well. Let's get into the race.
No fewer than 12 world champions have been crowned at Suzuka, but who will be tasting glory today at the checkered flag? We're approaching lights out, and we can't wait for the Japanese Grand Prix. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles. It's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 circuit, and the drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. Keep an eye out for overtakes into the final chicane. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Tsunoda, George Russell and Leclerc, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Behrman and Sonny Hayes, Albon, Bortoletto, Carlos Sainz and Antonelli, Hadjar, Fernando Alonso and Sir Lewis Hamilton and Jack Doohan, Ocon, Lawson, Stroll and Joshua Pearce rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Our 11th team have made a real impact on the grid. They've got a brilliant driver lineup. Engineering-wise, they look very settled. Commercially, they've been massively impressive as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to have that understanding. Keep bringing the money in from a financial point of view. That's what keeps your team pushing forward. But as a team principal, you also need to have, my belief, is a good understanding of the technological side of this sport. It's so techy. You need to be, in a way, a bit of an engineer yourself.
For today's race, we will be on a one-stop strategy from the mediums to the soft, hoping that we can gain some places off the start with the mediums. Some other cars around us might be using hards, so keep a mind out for that as well. And we're going to start the race now. We are starting P11, of course, only just outside the points. So let's see what we can do here in Japan. And we now have 5 lights. And away we go. And it's been a good start. We're already alongside Behrman, who is on hards, past Hulkenberg on hards. And that is working perfectly to our advantage. Carnage at the front as a few cars run wide. That's a McLaren and a Red Bull. So really not good for them to start, but we are up to P6 from P11. It's been a dream start, and once again making full advantage of the strategy. Starting on the softer tyres, we get a better start, and we are already up 5 places on the start here, and no damage, which is crucial. Some cars around us, you saw bodywork flying off their cars, but we are right in contention here with a fully working car. Skipping on to lap 2 now, we're just remaining with Verstappen at the moment, who he is also on mediums, so that was a shocking start for him down in P5. And we have Behrman behind us in the Haas, just providing us with a little buffer before George Russell in P8 behind as well. So we're managing to keep a gap over them. We've got a green flag now, and we have the cars starting to close in on us a little bit, but that is rotten luck for Kimi Antonelli. He is out for the second race out of the opening 3. He didn't finish with an engine failure in Australia, and looks like an engine failure here as well in Japan. So very unfortunate for him to start, but his teammate Russell is going to be closing in to Ollie Behrman pretty soon, I'm sure, and then he'll be right on the tail of us. But lap 3 all going to plan for the moment, and not looking too bad. As we skip on to the start of lap number 6, this is now our pit window, and we do have Russell closing up all over the back of us, nearly in DRS range, so not too long and he will be all over us.
Box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance and speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
Here we are then, end of lap 6. Russell is now right on the back of us, but we are going to be coming into the pits to make our one and only pit stop of the race. Make sure that we don't speed in the pits, and it is a very good turn-in as well. 2.5 is what we're looking for here to keep ahead of Russell, and hopefully with this undercut as well, we'll be able to stay ahead of him. But it's currently looking good. We were P6 in the race. Let's see where we rejoin back out onto the track. Oh no, actually Russell did come in as well. Apologies there, didn't see that, guys. Russell also came in, so we do maintain position over him. And we've got Albon behind Russell, who is on the same strategy as us on the softs. So let's see how that plays out. At the end of this lap now, our teammate Pierce is in the pit lane. So what tyres will he go on, I wonder? But we are picking up positions for fun now, because so many cars are in the pit lane. Currently up to P7, but as you can see, P5, Liam Lawson, is yet to stop. So that will be a P6. And we do have Russell all over the back now. So it looks like he might be getting past. And then it's the Williams of Alex Albon that we need to shift our attention to. He is on the same strategy. He is on the soft compound tyres also, and I'm sure he will be quicker than us. And coming down the start finish straight on lap number 8, we do pick up the position from Liam Lawson, and Russell with the DRS is getting very close behind, but not quite able to make the move at the moment. So 4 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Will we be able to hold on from Russell? or will he get past? Talking of getting past us, here we are at the end of lap 9, ready to start lap 10, and Russell must be using some ERS. He sails past us around the outside, and there's nothing we could do about that. Russell just with superior pace. We did well to hold him off for as long as we did, but ultimately we're not able to keep up, and he is not in our race. But we do have 2 cars behind us that are very much in our race. We have Alex Albon in the Williams and Bortoletto in the Sauber, both on the soft compound tyres like ourselves. And with 3 laps to go, we do have a bit of a buffer over Albon and Bortoletto as well. Albon now getting the gap down to 1.5 with just over a lap to go. Bortoletto looks like we have him covered, over 4 seconds back, but it will be a shootout for P7 against Alex Albon, who, well, both Williams really have looked rather rapid so far this season, just like in real life, and both of them doing well to score some points so far. Here, heading on to the final lap now, Albon has it in DRS range. He is very much all over the back of us, and he will only get maybe 1 or 2 opportunities left to make the overtake. And will he be able to take advantage? We hope not. P7 would be, of course, our highest finishing position so far in this series, trumping last time out with Pierce, who picked up P9. This could be a P7. This is getting very tense now, guys, coming towards the final sector of the lap, and I'm sure the leaders will be crossing the line very shortly, so we'll see who's won the Grand Prix there as well. Coming up to 130R, and can you believe it, guys? It's Yuki Tsunoda who wins his home Grand Prix for Red Bull. That is very unrealistic that Tsunoda's winning a race in a Red Bull, but can you imagine if that would have happened in real life, guys? Everyone would have gone nuts. As we come through the final chicane now to come up to the line, and it's an amazing result for us as well. We come over the line, Sonny Hayes for P7, our highest finish of the season.
And bring it home.
And it's Lewis Hamilton who picks up the Driver of the Day award, so congratulations to him.
Yuki Tsunoda takes the checkered flag and wins.
Well, I'm sure I've seen an increased hunger, increased desire from this driver this weekend, Crofty, as they've performed in front of their home crowd. And drivers often say they feel extra energy from inside the car, and I really feel like we saw that, we witnessed it here today.
It's what they've all been racing towards, waiting for them. High above the pit lane is our podium. And for the lucky 3, it's time to stand on it. What a victory for a very popular young man. Yuki Tsunoda takes the top step today. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
There we have it, guys. Yuki Tsunoda wins his home Grand Prix in Japan. We finish in P7. Bortoletto gets a fantastic result himself, 2 points for the Saubers. And at the top of the championship, we have Piastri, Leclerc, Verstappen and Norris all separated by 8 points. We are P10 with Sonny Hayes now, and Joshua Pierce down to P14 in the championship, but both of our drivers only separated by 4 points, so that can change very quickly. And what does this do for the constructor standings? So between McLaren and Red Bull, that is extremely close at the top. We now jump to P6 in the constructors with 8 points.
Hey, Chief. Just a reminder to kick off some research projects. We don't want to fall behind our rivals, and we haven't got anything in the pipeline at the moment. Thanks.
So we have some researched parts ready to be developed for the car, and that enables us to put some new parts under the development, and hopefully we can put these to the car to improve our speed for the next race or two. Of course, it does hamper our progress until we are able to upgrade all of the areas to give us more slots to develop and also to research. Then we'll be able to put the upgrades onto the car much quicker, and we'll be able to catch up. As you can see, we are left with quite a lot of resource points after every round, so that's something I would say hopefully we can get those done by about halfway through the season, and then the second half of the season will be the real development I'm hoping for. And yeah, we're still lowest in the development chart, but of course that's to be expected after 3 races. But we are upgrading every department as much as we can for the moment, and hopefully that will be enough to keep us in points contention for the next couple of races. We also have an opportunity to upgrade a facility for the corporate section. We are going to choose the team owner liaison, and skipping through now towards the next Grand Prix in Bahrain, just quickly going to an event for the engineering. And what is that? That's just a upgrade on the development expansion, so that's fantastic. That's come through as well, and that now means that we have an extra slot, guys, so we can put this beam wing now also under development, and that will help us do that slightly quicker than before. So that is a big positive for us as well. And if you did enjoy this video, guys, our second points finish of the season, make sure to drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. And next time out, we will be here very shortly for round number 4, which will take place in Bahrain for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Take care, guys. Peace.